Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of JavaLavaCraft, and you may have noticed by now that the world looks a little bit different. That's right, we're going to be trying out a new shader this episode, so let me know what you think down below in the comments, because I've never really used shaders and I'm not sure how I feel about it yet, but I was looking over at our world and I thought that maybe we could try it out and see if it makes this ominous backdrop a little bit cooler, and I really like the way the lava looks. The only problem is when I put on my helmet, it kind of freaks out a bit. So we're gonna go ahead and try this out for today, and maybe we'll stick with it, maybe we won't. But either way, in the spirit of trying something new, we're gonna be building something new. We have done a ton of resource gathering and things like redstone and finishing up this mega farm that is behind us, and I am ready to move on to some building. I have that creative itch and I think it is finally time to scratch it. Well, so far so good, I think. I have been working with this shader for a while now, and I really like the way it looks. So, to give you guys a little bit of an example, wow, the sun looks way cooler. To give you guys a little bit of an example of the difference between with shaders and without shaders, well, here is with shaders. And here is without shaders. So it doesn't look terrible. I think it still looks pretty good. I kind of prefer it with the shaders. I did build it all while I was using the shaders, so I guess I kind of built it with those in mind. Obviously, it looks a little bit more plain. There's less of a definition between the backdrop of the mega wall and stone brick and andesite of the tower here. Light blue stained glass windows are pretty much see-through, and when we turn the shaders back on, it's pretty dark. So I'll show that to you guys again right now, and it looks like the sun is setting, so we can also get a nighttime view of the difference between without shaders and with shaders. So I think the shaders make things look a lot better at nighttime. The only problem is you need a lot of light to actually light up your builds, because it gets very dark and the lava is just crazy bright. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Oh, by the way, let's check out the lava on the other side of the wall, because we have a ton of it, and that looks way cooler at night. I think if we have a lot of light at night with the shaders, it's gonna look really cool. I mean, just flying through the stuff we've built so far at nighttime is just insane, especially the reflections on the water and things like that. Wow, this area feels very warm. I don't know, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Should we keep them or should we scrap them? The plan for today's episode is to continue working in this area. I think that it would be really cool to have a little mini town in the borders of our mega base, because obviously there is plenty of room and not all of it can be functional, so a lot of it's just going to be decorative, and I think this is going to be a fun place to start. So right in front of me, we're going to have a path going all the way to this little ridge over here, and I think we're going to have a bridge coming over into this area, starting to connect the two different spots that we have done some work in. We're going to go ahead and get that started, and we might be adding a little bit of a fountain as well, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So we started off by clearing out some netherrack to replace it with a path. For the path this time, instead of going with the black stone, we went with basalt pretty heavily. So we used the regular basalt and the polished basalt as a kind of variant in the pathway. We also used some basalt pillars just turned on their sides to break it up. So for the fountain, we couldn't really decide between fire and water, so we went with both. And when it came to the bridge, now I feel like it's pretty monochromatic, but I think that it's going to work out, and once we start adding a little bit more decoration in this area, it should all really come together. So far, so good. Alright, well, I'm happy with the way this area is coming along, and next I think we're going to have to start adding some more buildings. Before we know where the path's really going to go, we got to add a few more. So I think we're going to do some houses. I think we're going to put maybe one here, maybe one over here, and then another one or two on that side over there. Now, this one's going to take a little bit more time, so I guess we should go ahead and get started. Well, that was a lot of fun, and we got a lot done. And you know what? While you guys were watching that, it freed me up to do a little bit of work, and I think you guys are gonna like it. So, as we walk across the bridge here, you can start to see trees, bushes, all that kind of good stuff. is kind of filling in this area now. So from a little bit of an aerial view, you can tell that there's really not that many trees, but we use them almost as like a backdrop behind the different buildings. So I think that turned out pretty cool. And the only thing I'm worried about is there's just so much blue in this area. I don't think we're going to carry this theme through the entire base around the surrounding things. In fact, I don't know if we're going to be doing little villages and stuff, but I definitely like how it turned out. I think it might just be a little bit too much if we do any more blue or turquoise, I guess. So yeah, pretty happy with how this turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed watching that little time lapse, because I definitely enjoyed making it. So now we're going to check it out at night. So after adding a bunch of hidden lighting under some carpets, we used some cyan carpets so that you can't really even tell where they are. I mean, there's one right there, but it definitely does a great job of lighting up the area. Yeah, so I really like walking around this place at night, although it doesn't feel 100% safe. I haven't seen too many mobs spawning here since I added the carpet lighting, but yep, there's definitely a creeper somewhere. Yep. Okay. That is the thing, though. The creepers are the worst part. The worst mobs because of things like that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. So, as I was trying to say, the creeper is one of the most annoying mobs to have around your builds, especially when they're made out of things like netherrack, which are not blast resistant at all. Come to think of it, I don't think blackstone is very blast resistant either. Oh well. So the only major things that we might change up in this area, I'm not 100% sure, but I think maybe we should put some kind of awning over this bridge, kind of like we did over there at the entrance to the mega base. So over here you can kind of see this, I don't know, maybe it's a little too intense for the area, for the vibe we're going for in that area, but maybe. By the way, look at this water. That is awesome. Wow. Wow, this looks a lot better. Oh, I'm not swimming. There we go. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think we're going to add that in today's episode, but let me know. Maybe something along these lines. Maybe some more blue wood instead of the black stone. But I'm not 100% sure. And so we haven't really gone over the interiors because, well, there's really no interior. And it's super dark. That's a problem with the black stone. It makes everything really dark, I think. Or maybe it's because we have no natural lighting. Probably if we did something like that, it would be a little better. Maybe not. Yeah, so it's not just that interior, it's pretty much all of the interiors. This one's got a cool little staircase going up to a place where you can view the netherrack. Hi! This one over here has probably the biggest interior, and I guess it does have a little bit of an interior. That looks cool. And then upstairs it even has a second floor with a nice open area that would cause a crazy draft, and some lanterns. Yeah, I guess it's not, there's nothing in here, but you know, it looks cool. It looks cool, right? And in the last one we have, well, we have this beautiful modern art. No, this is just my storage for this area while I was kind of building these up, and once I tried to move it out of that little corner there, oops. That's deceiving. I think I put a piece of black wool there because of a creeper. Probably those 3 stairs. I forgot I did that. Yeah. You know what? I think we're going to leave the black wool, because why not? It will remind us of our little creeper problem that we might not need reminding of. So like I was just about to say before we got distracted again, our inventory is pretty messy. I guess it's kind of organized, but we have to get some kind of storage system sorted out pretty soon here, or it's going to get bad. Although I think it's going to continue to get worse if we keep building things, because every time I go for like some kind of creative build, I don't really know all the different things I need. I just have a general idea. So I grab a bunch of stuff and then I use that stuff, and sometimes I tear that stuff down and I put it back into different shulker boxes, and that's where we get things like pink terracotta and then, you know, stone, like mixed up. Yeah, it's just a weird combination. I don't know, does everyone do that, or is it just me? So we actually decided to go ahead and finish up some more stuff in this area. We're just really feeling it, so why not? We'll get some more work done. As you may be able to see a little bit from here, and we're going to zoom up, we did put that awning over the bridge, and I think it looks a lot better, like 1,000% better. It looks really good. And we didn't go for such an intense design as the entrance to the mega base. Along the edge of the river, we decided to put up a little bit of a wall with some lanterns, and decided that that wasn't quite enough lighting, so we lit it all on fire. Why not? It's JavaLavaCraft, right? We need fire and lava. Alright, so speaking of lighting, we decided that after our little creeper explosion, we needed even more lighting in this area. So what we decided to try out first was some like blue bushes with shroom lights. That didn't really work, so we went with a little bit of a lamp design using the crimson wood instead of the blue wood, just to kind of break it up. So at varying heights, I think it turned out really good. But that pretty much finishes up the design for this area, and I'm happy with it. Next, we're going to have to move on to a new area, so that means more netherrack. Yep, even more netherrack placement. So we're going to go ahead and finish up this area. I don't think we're going to get too much more than this done today, but I'll tell you what, this is the most work we've gotten done as far as creative designing in one episode, and I'm pretty proud because all of this was pretty much done on the fly. We didn't do any creative design testing or anything like that. It was just kind of a free-form Minecraft, so it was a lot of fun to make. I hope you guys liked it. It would be really cool if you leave a like on the video if you did. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and while you guys were watching that last little time lapse, I was continuing to sit there and mope about our storage, and I realized we're pretty much out of shulker boxes again, which is why we're in the end. I know, it's kind of a weird episode to end in the end dimension. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed. I'm excited for what's to come. I think these shaders look pretty good, although it's basically impossible to use them in the other dimensions. We're gonna have to figure out something for that. I don't know yet. We'll see. Thank you guys for coming with me on this journey today. Leave a like if you enjoyed today's episode, and make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are excited for even more content from the JavaLavaCraft world. But that's all for me, guys. I am gonna spend the next few hours collecting some shulker boxes, so I will see you in the next one, and hopefully we don't die in the end and lose all of our stuff again. Bye!